Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say if you're not already, then please subscribe. I would love to have you stick around if you like spooky, scary content. Every Sunday I'm here for you, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of it. But in today's video, we are going to be doing part 2 of mysteries that turned out to be not so mysterious. I had so much fun filming the other video that I decided to just go ahead and film the rest of it right now. I know I said in that video, let me know if you want to watch it, but I kind of took matters into my own hands and here I am filming part 2. So as always, I will have the link in the description in case you want to go and check it out, but let's get on into today's video. So, jumping back into the spooky mysteries that aren't really that spooky or mysterious. We have a ghost ship on Lake Superior was just an optical illusion, and I will insert the picture for you all as per usual. This is what it looks like. But it says, in October 2016, videographer Jason Aislinn, who was hired to produce an alternative rock music video, captured a haunting sight while filming on Lake Superior. He had just finished shooting for the day and was relaxing during the golden hour. As the sun began to set, he captured what appeared to be a massive ghost ship sailing towards the shore. According to Aislinn, it remained in his shot for half an hour before it finally disappeared. Because more than 6,000 ships have sunk and disappeared in the lake's vast depths, ghost ship stories are fairly common tales in that area. Still, this one actually appeared to be caught on video. In reality, Mark Becker, an associate professor of psychology at Michigan State University, explained that the image was an optical illusion produced by the Granite Island Lighthouse 8 miles away. Because the footage only shows water and the ghostly image, the human brain can't use depth perception in the same way that the moon often looks larger than it really is as it rises on the horizon. The lighthouse produced the same eerie optical illusion. I fucking love science. I love learning facts about our brains. How insane is that? That our brain literally cannot compute certain information. So it just goes, ghost ship. There's a ghost ship over there. I'm laughing, but I would probably do the same thing. That is me. But how insane. I fucking love science. I love learning shit about us. Kind of sad though that the ghost ship didn't exist. Moving on to the next story. This one says, a serial killer called the Phantom of Heilbronn evaded capture for 15 years because she didn't exist. I'm intrigued. Known only by her DNA and the name Phantom of Heilbronn, an unidentifiable woman was connected to more than 40 crimes and 6 murders over 15 years. Her genetic fingerprint was found at crime scenes throughout Germany and Austria, and she appeared to have ties with multiple diverse accomplices. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Diverse accomplices, including Albanians, Romanians, Iraqis, Serbs, and Slovaks. One of the mysterious woman's victims was a 22-year-old police officer, spurring a detailed investigation in an attempt to gain any information regarding her whereabouts. Considered the country's most dangerous woman, she was never caught on camera, never identified by surviving victims, or betrayed by co-conspirators during police interrogations. The case finally broke open in 2009 when investigators realized that the unidentifiable perpetrator remained elusive because she never actually existed. Authorities first grew suspicious when the Phantom's DNA was found on a person's body who had perished in a fire. Upon more extensive research, they eventually tied the mysterious DNA to an innocent woman who worked in a factory manufacturing cotton swabs in Bavaria. So basically, someone in a factory got their DNA on the item that they were working on, and those items ended up at crime scenes, and that's why they thought that this person was a serial killer. So basically, her DNA was on cotton swabs and the person owned the cotton swab, and then they died and they thought she was a serial killer. Can you imagine if the police had tunnel vision though and they didn't even bother to check about, oh, maybe her DNA is on a cotton swab because she works here? Because you hear about cases where police get tunnel vision. Thank God an actual investigation was done and that woman wasn't actually sent to prison for murders that she didn't commit. This one says, Lost Boy Larry, who broadcast over a CB radio, was declared a hoax. I actually think I've heard about this one before, so I'm intrigued to read the full story. On August 7th, 1973, a small voice from Albuquerque began broadcasting over a CB radio to all of North America. Calling himself Larry, the 7-year-old explained that he and his father had been in a car accident. Crying, he reported his father had succumbed to a heart attack and that he was stuck inside a white pickup truck in the foothills of Red Rock Canyon. Larry later changed his story to mention that his father had suffered a head injury in the traumatic event, but that he he was still alive and that he was able to free himself from the confines of the vehicle. More than 100 people searched the area for this child, and rescue efforts dispatched 3 airplanes and a helicopter over the area. After gathering conflicted stories from the young broadcaster for a full week and being unable to find any trace of the accident, the incident was declared a hoax and the search was called off. I mean, just because you couldn't find them, does that mean that it's a hoax? I don't know. Like, it feels weird that a 7-year-old would do that in, what year was it again? 1973. It feels weird that somebody is going to pretend that their dad is dying, but then I guess the stories kept changing, they couldn't find them at all. But what if that person actually needed help? I don't know. I'm conflicted about the story. Let me know if you've heard this story before, and let me know what you think about it. Do you think they should have called the search off, or do you think they should have kept looking? I'm really conflicted. This one says, footage appeared to show a time-travelling woman holding a cell phone in 1938, but she wasn't. I feel like I'm really down here in this video. I'm sorry. I hope in my other video I wasn't this low down. I should be here. I should be like here. Anyway, during footage shot in New York in 1938, a woman appears to be talking on a cell phone. After briefly holding the device to her ear, she drops her hand to her side and continues to walk with her companions, much like modern users do today once they've completed a call. The footage initially had the internet buzzing, as many people believed she was a time traveler caught on film. Skeptics immediately began questioning the theory, wondering how a cell phone would work with no transmission towers present. A YouTuber named Plantcheck offered a slightly more plausible but also later disproven explanation. Quote, "The lady you see is my great-grandmother Gertrude Jones. She was 17 years old. I asked her about this video and she remembers it quite clearly. She says that DuPont had a telephone communication section in the factory. They were experimenting with wireless telephones. Gertrude and 5 other women were given these wireless phones to test out for a week. However, this story still left room for disbelief. While walkie-talkies were invented in 1937, they were much larger and required the user to wear a backpack carrying the equipment needed to ensure the devices worked. Something as small as a modern smartphone without any wires or other accessories seemed out of the question. Although the object in question could be any small dark gadget held to the woman's ear, it's most likely a type of hearing aid that had been around since 1924. I mean, it doesn't completely rule it out for me, but I actually believe in alternate realities and simulations and stuff, so it could be a time traveling woman. I don't know if I'm completely sold on that explanation, and I feel like she could be a time traveler. That's just me. This one says the smiley face killer is actually drunk people falling into rivers. From 1997 to 2008, the corpses of hundreds of popular, healthy, fit young men washed up along riverbeds in 25 cities and 11 different states. Although the cases were mostly unrelated, all had a few things in common. The victims were young white males attending college. Toxicology reports proved they had alcohol and or drugs in their systems, and many were found nearby a graffiti smiley face. The size, shape and style of the faces differed significantly, however. Convinced that the evidence pointed to foul play, Anthony Durant and Kevin Gannon, both retired New York Police Department detectives, investigated the cases for more than a decade. Because the occurrences were so widespread, the duo believed the slayings were conducted by a group of people who left a smiley face on nearby walls as a signature. However, the FBI had a different take on the deaths. They were unfortunate accidents caused by drunk young men wandering too close to the water. In an issued statement, the agency concluded, quote, "The FBI has reviewed the information about the victims provided by 2 retired police detectives who have dubbed these incidents the smiley face murders, and interviewed an individual who provided information to the detectives. To date, we have not developed any evidence to support links between these tragic deaths or any evidence substaining to the theory that these deaths are the work of a serial killer or killers. The vast majority of these instances appear to be alcohol-related drowning. The FBI will continue to work with the local police in the affected areas to provide support as requested." End quote. I've actually heard about this case. I think recently someone has been tying it to other river murders. I've heard about this a lot over the years. I'm not sure if I'm sold on it or convinced on it. I feel like the police need to do more work, maybe some more investigating and see what they come out with, but it is a little bit suspicious. There's a smiley face everywhere and all the victims seem to be the same. So I wouldn't rule it out completely, especially if 2 detectives are saying this is sus. But I have heard about this before. Let me know if you've heard about this before. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video here. I hope you liked part 2 of this little series, this little mysteries that turned out to be not so mysterious series, I suppose. And like I said in the start of this video, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you around. Stick around, press the little subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified. And if you're feeling really nice, please drop a comment and share this video. Get my make sure you subscribe. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video here, so I hope you liked it, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. Bye.